kind of where do you lie in all of this?
50 Shades of Shade.
We have no interest in this fight.
So for you, it's just about money? And by
Suppose
I
if
mean
you
the
want to
Black
put it plainly like that, yes.
And what are you going to do when this fight comes to your city and kills the people that work for you and that you care about?
and their neighbors and their neighbors' families.
The Final Fists have no reason to target us. And it's not as simple as attacking our city.
I don't know if the Final Fists have control over what they're doing.
My question is, do you know what happened to King's Hold?
Yes, you
Have
told
you
me
heard
last
about
night.
King's Hold? Okay. Do you have any idea how the Blackhawks fit into the drama at King's Hold? Do you know the connection there?
Well, you told me they're connected, but I honestly don't have much interest in the matter.
Okay. So
You
when
know-
your city gets blown up and your family disappears into red lightning ball of hate, just, remember, you're helping the Blackhawks, who are directly causing these.
Final Fist, not the Blackhawks.
Yep, that's what I said.
But as long as your pockets are full, then that should be fine.
She says,
Bloom,
we don't rely on magic to conduct our business.
You don't rely on magic to conduct your business, but you do rely on having a place to live that has not yet been exploded by magic. Problem.
The Final Fist has no reason to
We're not
target
trying to
us.
tell you how to do your magic, but what I'm trying to say is that while the Final Fist did not target us or King's Hold, the action they have taken caused what happened at King's Hold. If what happened there happens here, you won't even have a chance to say, oh, well, my pockets are full and we didn't do this and the Final Fist did not directly do this. If you're helping the people that are causing cities to explode, I mean, directly or not, it's kind of going to impact you at some point. I don't know if you realize this, but the problems are getting bigger, not smaller. And I don't know, do your business how you want, but you need to look into the future just a little bit and maybe connect these things that have happened, because I don't get it. What good is money if you aren't alive? Or if your city where you spend it is gone, what's the point of money then? I just don't understand why you would fill your pockets off of inevitable destruction. But you know what? Not my business.
You're absolutely right. It is not.
well, let's just hope that you have magic users that you're not interested in next time portals start showing up around here, so that we can shut them for you.
I mean, but they also don't care, obviously, because they have so much money that if a magical anomaly appears, their money, they'll just buy their way out of it. They don't care about that. You know what? This has been a great talk, and Biko's gonna walk out and wait in the hall.
Bloom is frustrated. She follows.
Now,
Yeah,
is there anything
well-
else I can do for you?
No, I really think you've done enough. And Dreyer kind of just nods at her and leaves.
Very well. It's a pleasure as always. She sits
Biko-
back down at her
Biko
desk.
Biko said thank you, not like sarcastically or anything like that, but like thank you for your information. And I guess walks out. And then they get outside and he's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, it sounds like what happened with your friend Sora may have not been such a mistake.
Think about that.
Cut out.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't even think about that. How are we supposed to know that they didn't set that whole thing up and Sora got taken by people and they knew that would happen the whole time?
Weren't there Blackhawks involved in the kidnapping?
Yeah, if they were paying more than us.
And Tanya, I think it was Tanya, somebody, but I think it was Tanya said, "Oh, we didn't know about that," which is really convenient and extremely problematic. Should we perhaps think about maybe overthrowing the Blackhawks so that they don't control the city?
He says as you're still in the lobby.
Oh, I thought we walked out.
Yeah, I thought we were outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I meant. Well, I meant we walked outside.
Yeah.
Did Kaylin come with us, or?
Yeah, I think I got cut out, or yeah, because I couldn't hear you guys for a second, but I had tried to say that I had walked out without saying a word to Tanya.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what do
Our
you-
sound has also been spotty.
Yeah, apparently my sound has only been working half the time, according to Biko over here. Kaylin, what do you think?
Well, I'm sad that Tanya isn't willing to help us, especially when last night when we asked her all those questions, she said that she was willing to gather more information on those topics for us.
So it's just money. She only cares about money. It's exactly what Zero and I were talking about. They only care about money
Well,
Or-
I've got money.
or their life. There's really there are only two languages to deal with these.
But I've got a lot.
I think maybe the question we should have asked is, can we pay more than the final fist?
And I don't think we can. From what little I know, I don't think we can.
I think we should find better allies because there's a lot of Final Fist and we're basically gonna need an army to beat them. I was just hoping the Blackhawks would be part of that army.
Not only that, but how are we gonna get anywhere?
Well, I mean, I'm sure we could find some horses.
As long as they're alive, so Don will get on one.
Oh, I mean, that's not a problem. I'd hope they're alive. I mean, how else are they going to move? Oh, you mean those dead horses? Yeah, it's back at the ooh, about that one. Never mind. We don't have. We'll find some horses.
Well, it might just be faster to try to go through a boat if we're gonna travel there on our own. I know Tanya was willing to get us passage, but these boats have to hire out on their own, right?
So maybe we should go talk to the magic username that we got, and I don't know, maybe we can try to find another member of the Blackhawk. They might not be as tight-lipped as Tanya.
There should be Blackhawks around the city, so yeah, we could definitely try to figure out who would be willing to talk to us.
Okay, guys, I have a crazy idea that might be too crazy, but what if we somehow sent someone into the Final Fist? Like, what if someone
spy?
joined the Final Fist?
Like a spy?
Yeah.
I could do it. They probably have a lot of information that would. I don't know if it's a good idea, but if we're gonna do it, I can do it. Unless someone else really, really wants to.
I mean, I kind of don't like the idea of splitting people up, to be honest with you, especially to join the Final Fist. That just, I don't know, that seems really, really risky. But if anybody could do it, it would be Biko. I'll agree.
Because I have enough interest outside of the rune that I maybe, I could ease my way in, and then once they trust me, I could say, "Hey, bitch, give me your rune information."
Plus, I mean, someone's got a little bit of a crush on you, if I remember.
From the Final Fist or from the Black Hawk?
From the Blackhawks, I mean, you could play both sides.
This is true.
But I mean, to be completely honest with you here, what's our end goal? Let's sit down and just think.
Our end goal is to find runes and to
Right.
fix them. And the people that we know of that are the most effective at this, well, not fix, but find, are the Final Fists. They have to be. I don't know. How are they so many steps ahead of us is my question. We have to figure out how to think differently. We can't just keep chasing them around the kingdom.
Yeah, I think so too. They must have someone using artifacts to trace the runes, because how would they know where they are? Like, so quickly, like y'all said.
And so,
if this magic user knows something about using an artifact just to trace an item, and see if we can figure out how powerful someone has to be able to do this.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think we can put out some feelers to the people in the house and see what they think.
I think we maybe need to have a brain session with everyone, and we also maybe need to do it away from anyone else, because I'm getting the sense that now we're in a city run by an organization that we helped that is not helping us, and that is actively working against us intentionally. Or I kind of think we need to get away.
We could just follow up with Rob.
We could, and when we do that, we could kill him.
I mean, that's an option, but I'm just saying, what if they are leveraging some other unique power? There were others, if you remember. There was a chicken house. There was a turtle guy. There were other people. What if they're leveraging one too?
Hey, Biko, can I look at the changeable weapon?
I reach it, and I'm just going to default it to dagger form to keep it small and stuff. So I hand over this dagger to her.
I examine it. Do I notice anything special about it besides that it's changeable?
You mean like magically wise, or what are you looking for?
Yeah, like if there's some sort of kind of like the tracer that I have for Aramil, is there something that I'm gathering like that kind of magic?
Do an Arcana check. Arcana perception.
Fuck yeah. And you said perception? Oh, they're the same.
So yeah, it's the same roll then. So 21.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond the magic of the immediate property of the object, you do sense that there's an imprint on this weapon, and I would say that's about it.
Okay, so are we still like out in the open, or did we move?
I imagine you're walking through the streets back to the tavern at this point. But let's actually jump back to Dawn and Zior. So Dawn, you walk with Zior down the streets towards the temple, and both of you, I imagine, are fairly quiet. But as you turn the street towards the temple, you see the same shadowy figure that you saw last night, and he's with another person who seems to hide their face also, and they're kind of passing items that you can't quite make out between each other. And as you start to pass them, the other person leaves, but the shadowy figure you met yesterday turns and sees you and recognizes you and shouts out to you, "Oh, hey there, Magnificent. You looking better today?"
Excuse me, what is your name?
You can call me... Where is it? You can call me Glor, but for my real name, you'll have to pay.
Glor?
Yeah.
Does he look human?
Yeah, he's human.
Okay, Glor, what is it that you want?
Nothing, I was just saying hi.
Hi.
You want to take me up on the offer last night?
You know what? I'll bite, sure. How much is it?
Zier steps forward and says, "Why don't you leave the lady alone?" And the guy responds, "Just trying to sell her something that will ease her mind."
Zior, it's okay.
I know this substance. You shouldn't use it, especially in your condition.
I understand. But please, I know this is a hard thing for me to ask, but please trust me.
Okay, but if you want me to smash his face in, I will gladly do so. He looks at the guy and the guy smirks a little.
So, Glor, how much is it that you're trying to sell?
However much you want.
What is it going to be for me to get one, I guess, usage and in your real name and who you're working with?
Oh, that's a lot there, little lady. I sell you the substance, an ounce of it, or however much you want. For the information, it'll be much more. I don't divulge that sort of information freely.
Well, listen, Magnificent, I have already asked what the price is, and you still haven't even offered one up.
10 gold an ounce.
Okay, and for your real name and who you're working with or for?
For the name, another 10. For the organization, that'll cost you quite a bit. 250.
So an ounce, a name, and an organization, 270. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, listen, Magnificent, how about we do 250 and call it a deal?
I think not.
You're gonna pass up a perfectly good deal for 20 gold?
Sure, I am.
That definitely sounds like a loss on your end.
Same to you. If you are really interested.
Zior, you said you trusted me, right?
Of course.
Okay, I pull out 270 gold.
He
We'll hand it to
takes
him.
it. And from underneath his cloak, he pulls out a bag of what looks to be full of leaves of some sort. And he says,
Okay.
the name is Yi. Yize.
Okay, and the organization?
It's called Viro.
Viro?
Yes.
Like Viro? Viro?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's a magnificent whatever you would like to be called. Thank you.
Sure, honey.
Have a good day. If I were to inquire for more, where should I find you at?
I'm sure we can meet up at the tavern. Maybe I could show you a good time.
I don't think you realize how hard of a task that is. Okay.
I'll
Pleasure doing
see
business.
you around, Magnificent.
Sure thing. And I'll motion to Zior to start walking off. We'll walk towards the temple.
Zior kind of lingers behind a bit, walks backwards, and then rejoins you.
Zior, I know this stuff is... I know what Hera is. I know its use. I don't plan on using it. So you don't have to worry about that. I really didn't think there would be a different way to get the rest of the information, though. Plus, I know Biko's been begging to find some of this for ages, so I think it'd be a fair payment for him teaching me some kind of training.
If you say so. That little fella shouldn't be using this either.
But he's an inquisitive little guy, and if anyone has the body to hold up to it, it would be him.
Perhaps. So why are we going to the temple?
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm still just incredibly confused, and I don't think me being at the Blackhawks is going to be productive for me. And I have a habit of saying things and making things worse because of it, and I didn't want to cause any rifts between the group and Tanya. I'm sure they're doing great though, and I'm sure they're getting all the answers that they need, and they're I'm sure they're not saying anything that would anger her, or cause any problems.
Meanwhile,
You seem to be going on your own a whole lot lately. Think you're being too harsh on yourself? You are a little spontaneous and, I would say, obnoxious at times. But
Well,
I guess one doesn't expect anything else with your history.
well, let me put it this way, and it might help give you some perspective. If you were to just wake up one day and remembering maybe your name, maybe you had some instincts on how you trained, and you knew just the smallest details of your life, not even your family, not even your home, none of that, and you met a group of friends who tried to help you and treat you right, and then all of a sudden anything that you were ever capable of doing, all of your training just becomes nullified. I guess for you the equivalent would be you would lose any muscles that you've gained. You would lose any ability to even wield your weapon. And you knew that was really the only thing you could do, but you can't do it anymore, or else you put everyone at danger. And then you go and you try to keep your friends protected, and then an entire capital of the one of the biggest kingdoms in this world just implodes because you're trying to help. Whether I was a direct cause or not, it wouldn't be the first time that I've caused these rifts, these portals, whatever they are. I don't feel like I can really be all that useful just right now with how things are going. And I want to remember, but I also want to forget. I want to be able to choose and have that freedom. And I want to be able to just be who I am without having to worry about it, the consequence of that action being the destruction of the world or the death of my friends. That that may not be the same kind of honor that you like to hold yourself to, but that's where I'm at right now.
You know, for such a small being, you truly hold yourself up to be, and this isn't meant to put you down, but you seem to hold yourself more responsible than what you could possibly be. My muscles are big, but I cannot slay the great worm all by myself. Just like you shouldn't hold yourself responsible for what happened at the human capital. I can't imagine what it might be for you to be in those shoes, but I guess what I would do is try to discover who I was, try to find where I came from. How can you expect to help others when you can't even figure out